move this side, thank you. So here we had our larynx again. Here is the trachea coming from the larynx. Here you see all these cartilages. These cartilages, when they draw something in sort of like a light blue, powder blue, I call it, is usually a hyaline cartilage. So let me take this away right now. So you see the trachea coming down all the way, and then it bifurcates into two, the right, the left primary bronchi. As I showed you earlier when we spoke about it, this is sort of wider and shorter than the left one, which is a little longer and narrower. And these go to the right and left lungs respectively. Branching out from these primary bronchi, singular bronchus, are the secondary bronchi. You have 1, 2, 3 on the right, 1, 2 on the left, and the 3 on the right go to the superior, middle, and inferior lobes of the right lung. The 2 secondary bronchi, Gesundheit, go to the superior and inferior lobes. Okay. By the way, notice something interesting. Let me put this back for a moment. Your heart, where is that found? Basically right in here. And as I said, it's pretty much in the middle. But it sort of leans to the left. And you have this indentation in the left lung. And does anybody know the name of that indentation? Cardiac notch. Who said that? Apex just means the tip of something. No. This is they call this indentation the cardiac notch. All right. Now, let's get back to the bronchi, please. So we have these secondary bronchi, and they lead into the tertiary bronchi. The third level, or tertiary, are called segmental sometimes. And by the way, the secondary bronchi, I think maybe in the sheet somewhere, could be called the lobar bronchi because they go to the lobes. But I prefer to just call it the secondary. But if you use a term that is legitimate and accurate, you don't have to worry about it whatsoever. Inferior to the whole business, making up the inferior region of the thorax, separating the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. What is this blood vessel?
Jugular or something, right?
This is the celiac trunk. How do I know? Because I told you, you're supposed to know where something is supposed to be. And you know that the celiac trunk is the first artery coming off the aorta, immediately inferior to the diaphragm. Okay? You're supposed to know this, not just go pointing out from a key in a model. So this structure here is the diaphragm. Okay? That's spelt with a G, D-I-A-P-H-R-A-G-M.
Salange, basically.
GM. Okay. By the way, you also see coming through the diaphragm here, the esophagus. And this can create this hiatal hernia because it's like a weak area. Okay.
So, Professor, it's not the esophagus again?
Pardon?
Which one is the esophagus again?
This.
Okay. So the diaphragm, is it?
This whole thing is the diaphragm.
Oh, okay.
Whole thing. If you've ever heard of something called skirt steak or hanger steak, both of these are from different regions of the diaphragm. Now you know.
And I like skirt
That's
steak.
why you don't find them too fatty, and you don't find any bones, of course, or cartilage. So it's a nice piece of